Hi, this is Suzanne Dome, author of Empty Space, Second Signal, and In Transmission, here to talk about signings. A while back, I did a little rant on one of my blog spaces, I think, about, this must have been August or so, about signings. And they are kind of a pain in the butt. For an indie author, it's expensive. We order a bunch of books, the books come in, we have to haul them to the signing. We've got to unload, we've got to set up a table. Sometimes it's really hot if it's an outdoor event. And then sometimes it's dead. There was a signing that I did where I didn't get to talk to hardly anybody about the books or about books, period, because it was so quiet and just nobody came in that night. And I've had other signings that were very, very busy. So the thing that I'd like to say, the main thing I'd like to say about doing small signings for indie authors and people who are looking to become published independently is the big reason you should do them is a chance to talk to your readers. It's a chance to show them your quirkiness and to discuss the different things you've done with your story that make it worthwhile. And speaking of the content part, I read a nice article this morning posted to my Facebook wall about how the indie authors shouldn't be worrying so much about their sales. There is a big push from the media to be on the top 10 charts for sales on Amazon or Goodreads or, whatever thing they're using, New York Times, whatever meter that they're using to judge their success by the sale. But there's a content to a book too. It's not just about how many you sell. It's how important was that book to the individual who read it? What philosophies did they take away from it? What meanings, what themes, what was it that registered that book as being something that needed to be read? And, there's a lot of stuff out there that's like great adventure, great fantasy and all that. I can't knock people for writing what they love, but I have noticed a trend towards a lack of depth. And this is something that I can't say I did perfectly, but I tried really hard. It's not all about the sale. It's about when you're doing a small signing, for instance, it's not really about the sales. It's about talking to people about books. It's about talking to people who love to read. It's about meeting new people who maybe they're not interested in your book now, but they might be later. Maybe they're more interested in a different genre, but maybe you're the person who opens them up to your genre. You just never know. I did a book talk last year in July at the Hutchinson Library, and it was a nice little group. I got a lot of really good questions about the first book. I kind of wish they had gone ahead and decided to read the second book as well. I think they would have had some even more fun discussion. But a young man came in partway through and sat down and was quiet for the most part. And by the end, he was kind of looking at everybody, and he looks at me and he says, "Well, I don't care what these guys said. This is the first book I've read in 4 years, and now I want to read again thanks to you." And that feels awesome. That may have been one person out of 50, but that felt great. And when you have the people that you communicate with who message you back on Facebook and said, "Hey, I drew some fan art that I'm really proud of. Can I post it to your wall?" That stuff is really cool. And this is why small signings are important. Just remember, folks, it's not about the sale. It's about hanging out with people who love to read. It's about meeting people who might be into the same genre as you, or maybe they're not. Maybe they can introduce you to an author that you might love that's in a different genre. And it's about talking to people about your book. It's not all about the sale. So, indie authors, I highly encourage you to do small signings in your local area. I know several authors that do. I know several authors that like to take other authors with them when they go places. I know Suzanne Lambden likes to round up other people's books and take them with her when she goes to Colorado. And when I do signings, I like to do signings with another author present. I think it's kind of fun that way, and it gives you and another author a chance to talk shop. So, indie authors, Don't worry so much about your sales. Talk to your readers. Fill your books with fantastic content. Keep writing. Be inspired. Keep reading. And most of all, may the force be with you.